From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest, or I guess I should say welcome to Good Morning Northwest in the 6 o'clock hour. For Saturday, we have a First Alert Weather Day from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. in the Kittitas Valley. Some of those peak wind gusts could be around 55 to 60 miles per hour. But that's for Saturday. Let's start off with Thursday morning. Right now, you're taking a live, beautiful look at a baseball diamond in Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. Lots of sunshine out there already. It's going to be another beautiful day on tap. Now, for this morning, a little brisk out there, 30s and 40s for lower elevations, 30s up in the Cascades, 20s, 30s, and 40s for the Blues, so it could be a little bit frosty up that way. But later today, all of us going to thaw out. Here is your day planner forecast, at least for lower elevations. We'll end up around 70 degrees by lunchtime, up around 80 degrees for some of us at the peak of daytime heating. Will be even warmer for Friday, but then the temperature is going to come crashing back down into this weekend because of a storm system that could bring us some thunderstorm chances late Friday into Saturday. Also some very gusty winds like we just talked about. So I'll touch on all these points coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, a woman's in custody after a police standoff. Coming up, we'll let you know what led to her arrest and why multiple agencies were called to the scene.
And the battle of power over the Franklin County Jail continues as the current commander files a criminal complaint against the sheriff. And this morning we're learning from the sheriff that he and the commander go way back. Details coming up.
And with fire season approaching and an above average risk predicted, we share some safety tips that you'll want to know. It's all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jade Elliott. We, of course, have a lot of news to get to on this Thursday morning, and we start in Richland.
We start in crime news, where one woman is now in custody after a 40-minute police standoff, and this was near Fowler Street and Columbia Center Boulevard in Richland.
Yeah, so here's what we know so far about the situation. Police say they received a call about a woman who was armed with a weapon and walking around that area. Well, when police got there, they say she was carrying a gun, and when they confronted her, she ran down into a wooded area by 240. Officials say she was a prohibited person from carrying a firearm. They do believe she was experiencing some sort of mental health episode, and the Benton County Sheriff's deputies came in to assist along with one of their drones and canine units.
Particularly when it comes to drones, it allows us to get a better eye on what's occurring. It allows us to see whether or not a person is armed or a danger to themselves or others. We're able to find out that the woman that we're trying to make contact with was also armed with an electric baton, which allowed us to be able to better identify how we were going to approach her and make contact with her.
RPD says they used less lethal ammunition to gain some compliance from the woman to keep her from walking away from officers, which resulted in her arrest. RPD also says there was only one person involved and no one was hurt.
Well, news continues to develop out of Franklin County as an intense battle of power is underway. Sheriff Jim Raymond telling Apple Valley News Now that a criminal complaint was filed against him by the current county jail commander, Keelan Harmon. Now, Harmon is accusing the sheriff of blocking him from coming to work and then grabbing him forcefully. Sheriff Raymond says that that's not true. He went on to say that he and Harmon go way back and have had a solid working relationship for decades.
The man's perfectly capable of running corrections operations, and actually was an intricate part of our accreditation and all those type of things.
To avoid any conflicts of interest, the sheriff said that he has contacted the prosecutor's office and asked that another sheriff be brought in to oversee the investigation, saying that the sheriff can work with the prosecutor to determine how to move forward.
Now, the Port of Pasco is preparing to say farewell to a longtime leader. District 2 Commissioner Jen Reichman has announced she'll retire at the end of her term, which is on December 31st of this year. Reichman has served nearly 13 years, helping lead the port through major growth with everything from expanded industrial development to the record number of passengers at the Tri-Cities Airport.
6:04 taking you to Yakima now, where the school district there has announced that they are the first district in the Yakima Valley to install outdoor AEDs. They put these at Davis and Eisenhower High. They're from Save Heart. They did this because back in 2023, a runner actually collapsed during a state track and field championship at the stadium. And so the Yakima School District says that these medical emergencies show the need for access to AEDs. These portable life-saving devices can be used in cases of sudden cardiac arrest. So the school district hopes by adding these, it will also add some peace of mind and provide faster response times for emergencies.
Also in Yakima, with the legislative session now wrapped up, Representative Jeremy Defoe says he's relieved that efforts to close the Yakima Valley School had failed. Senate Bill 5393 passed both chambers over the weekend and is now awaiting the governor's signature, but this time without plans to shut down the facility. Defoe says, quote, "We must do more than simply preserve Yakima Valley School. We must strengthen and expand it." Now, proponents of the closure have criticized the school's operating costs, arguing there are more modern and cost-effective options for care.
6:05, and the Kennewick Police Department want to hear from you. They're asking residents and business owners to fill out a short survey about quality of life issues in the city. It just takes a few minutes. It's completely anonymous, and it helps KPD better understand your concerns and then also improve services. You have until May 14th to weigh in. You can do it right from your phone or computer. Just head to the Kennewick Police Department's website. And wildfire season, of course, is getting close. By July, Eastern Oregon and almost all of Washington will likely be at that above average risk for large, costly wildfires. It's all according to information coming from the Northwest Interagency Coordination Center.
And that agency says this year's summer season is shaping up to be very hot. Now, for Oregon last year, it was record-breaking with nearly 2 million acres burned across the state and almost 200 homes damaged. The firefighting bill totaled over $350 million, and across the Beaver State, 6 funding options have been proposed by a wildfire funding work group, but they're still circulating in several different bills.
So as wildfire season approaches, it's very important, of course, to keep safety top of mind. We have some simple tips to help you protect your home, your family, and your community. You want to create a defensible space around your house, clear away dry vegetation, leaves, any debris. You want to do that to try to help slow down or even stop the spread of wildfire.
You also want to maintain your outdoor equipment, regularly check your lawnmowers and chainsaws to make sure they're in good working condition and free of debris that could spark a fire. And always check local burn bans before starting any outdoor fires, and avoid burning debris or lighting a fire during windy or dry conditions. That's when the fire risk is higher.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. If you're a parent, you know how expensive it can be to have just one kid, let alone multiple. And that's leading a lot of people to opt out of having children, actually. But if I told you you could get paid to have kids, would that change your mind? Well, keep it here because we do have some information on what President Trump could be considering.
But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth is going to have your first alert weather forecast. Keep it here. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
Looking for high quality and low prices? Then Furniture Row's Super 7-Day Sale is for you. That's 7 days to find huge savings on sofas and sectionals, accent chairs and recliners, dining groups, bar stools, bedrooms, kids' beds, mattresses, and adjustable bases. Complete the look with our massive selection of rugs and accessories. Plus, score 48 months no-interest financing. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. But don't wait. The Super 7-Day Sale at Furniture Row ends Thursday.
What does it mean to be here for good? It means being here for the artists who dream, the shop owner who knows your order by heart, and the mentors who leave a lasting impact. Here for singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game and big comeback stories. Here for the long haul from Omak to Sandpoint to Baker City. Here for your family, your neighbors, for you. STCU. Here for good.
This year, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale where you can save store-wide up to 70% off clearance items, and new markdowns are arriving daily as we clean out the warehouses with big savings on closeouts, ding and dents, and floor model furniture at garage sale prices. Plus, special financing is available, so you can save big now and pay over time. But hurry up, this is your last chance for final markdowns.
This week at Walker's. At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
To keep your home cool and comfortable all summer, your air conditioner needs maintenance this spring. Vance will inspect, test, and clean your AC so it's ready for hot weather. Don't take a chance. Call Vance.
Whether you're injured on the road or on the job, the big dogs at Brumback and Autumn will get you the full compensation. Leave nothing on the table. Brumback and Autumn. Bulldog tough.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of this morning's temperatures. Most of us are above freezing for this morning, except in Cle Elum, 30 degrees there, but 39 for Ellensburg, 45 for Vantage. In the Yakima Valley, we're spanning from 37 to 45, and then in the lower Columbia Basin, 36 to 41. 36 for the Tri-Cities, 41 in Benton City, and then for the Blue Foothills, low to mid 40s, 20s, 30s, and 40s in the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains, so it could be a little bit frosty up this way. Here's your coat cast for today for the Tri-Cities. Light jacket stuff for this morning. It's easily going to be t-shirt weather by lunchtime and after that, as we're going to be about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. So plenty of sunshine out there for today, and with those above average highs, that means 70s and 80s for lower elevations, 60s and 70s up in the mountains. Winds are going to be a little bit breezy in the Cascades, in the Kittitas Valley, and in the Blue Foothills of Morrow County, and for Umatilla and Walla Walla counties. But these winds going to pale in comparison to what we'll have for tomorrow night and into Saturday. For tonight, clear skies, overnight lows falling down into the 40s and 50s for lower elevations, 30s and 40s for the higher terrain of the Cascades and Blues. Will be much more summer-like for tomorrow, but then those temperatures come crashing down this weekend as we'll have shower chances going up, and also, like I just mentioned, the wind. So I'll talk about all that coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 12 minutes after 6, international headlines. I think a lot of people would agree an extra $5,000 in your bank account could do a lot, but could it persuade families to have more kids? Well, it's a concept that President Trump has expressed interest in. With birth rates declining the last few years, President Trump is hoping that this could help boost those numbers. But a lot of family advocates worry more needs to be done to make raising kids more affordable. Jen Sullivan has more as she looks at the rising costs and the impact that they're having on growing families.
Childcare costs have risen dramatically in the last few years, and families are feeling the financial squeeze.
When you're juggling both work and family and navigating the economy and just the costs associated with families, it adds up.
Jocelyn Fry is the president of the National Partnership for Women and Families, a nonprofit that advocates for parents and children, including finding solutions to make costs more affordable.
We don't want your child care to be larger than your mortgage.
A recent study by loan facilitator LendingTree found the cost to raise a child was nearly $300,000 over 18 years. That doesn't even include college tuition. They factored in a variety of costs, including housing, food, clothes, insurance, and daycare, which saw the biggest jump in price, rising more than 50% in 2 years. As costs increase, birth rates are declining. President Donald Trump may want to change that and is considering offering new parents a $5,000 bonus to have more kids. But Fry worries that's not nearly enough.
We have to step back and say what really helps families.
She'd like to see more states offer paid family leave. So far, 13 states and the District of Columbia have passed laws that require employers to offer some type of paid leave for all new parents. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
The Trump administration has emphasized that more babies do need to be born in the U.S., but the president hasn't made any final decisions on any official proposals. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. It is 6:14, and we're giving you that live look outside this morning from our Yakima Federal Sky camera here at the Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. The windmills aren't moving much now, but that could change as Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth is tracking some high winds that could be moving their way into the area. He'll have your first alert forecast after the break.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
At Jewelry Design Center, we want to be your jeweler for life. We are locally owned and the largest jewelry store in the region, offering you a showroom filled with world-famous brands and designers. We are a team of artists, craftsmen, and professionals who create exclusive designs and one-of-a-kind pieces. Take time to think it over, but we are not your average jewelry store. From our hands to your heart, we are Jewelry Design Center, and we want to be your jeweler for life.
It is Operation Best Friend every Wednesday as we feature lovable pets from area shelters all looking for their forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Christine Connolly, As You Wish Real Estate Services, and the Manthai Group Cross Country Mortgage.
Looking to explore the beauty of this great nation? Then you'll need a reliable and comfortable RV. There's always RV shows. But have you thought about the crowds, the long lines, the high admission fees? Is it really worth it? At Broadmoor RV, we're here to help you save some dough and skip the show. With our top-notch customer service and on-site financing options, it's easy to get the RV of your dreams. Come to Broadmoor and get the best deals and service around and find the perfect RV for your adventures.
It's the mother of all giveaways, where one lucky viewer wins this awesome Mother's Day collection. Check it out. Enter to win each day on the contest page at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. From Jewelry Design Center, The Flower Bar, Curve Appeal, Fiction, and AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Apple Valley News Now invites you to walk with us at Tri-Cities Great Strides, Saturday, May 31st at Howard Amon Park. Support the fight against cystic fibrosis. Together, we can make CF stand for Cure Found. Register now at cff.org.
Next live from NCIS, Wilmer Valderrama.
You know, I had to grow a beard because I didn't want you guys to confuse us.
Plus, Chef Jamie Oliver.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Hells Canyon and the Snake River. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Once again, Saturday is going to be a first alert weather day in the Kittitas Valley, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Some of those peak wind gusts could be between 55 to 60 miles per hour. Now, this is really going to start tomorrow night after 5 p.m. You see some of those peak wind gusts between 45 to 50 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley. But again, that peak time frame is going to be on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Peak gusts around 60 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley, could get up around 50 miles per hour in the Bluefoot Hills of Morrow County. So if we did see some spotty power outages, down tree limbs, difficult travel for high-profile vehicles, that's all going to be on the table. And that's going to be associated with a storm system. It's going to be associated with a cold front. It's going to do a few things to our weather. First of all, let's track out this on Futurecast radar, 5 p.m. tomorrow. So we'll step this into time after that. You can see 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock starting to get some showers in Kittitas and Yakima counties. Some of these could congeal into some thunderstorms a little bit later in the evening, and that could continue and become a little bit more widespread into Saturday. Here's some of the rainfall totals we're thinking from 5 p.m. on Friday to 5 in the morning on Sunday. This storm system has trended drier and drier with the models over the past couple of days. So at this point, we're thinking maybe only up around 0.2 inches of rain for the mountains and even less than that in between the mountain ranges. So not going to get a ton of rainfall from this storm system, and this storm system is going to be our best chance at rain over the next 7 days. After that, turning drier. And we're going to turn warmer as well, but not before we turn much cooler. So look at this. Friday will be about 15 to 20 degrees warmer than normal. But then we're going to be about 15 to 20 degrees cooler than that for Saturday. So a very stark drop off in temperatures. That's just going to be a little aberration as we start to warm it up again into next week. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Beautiful summer-like days ahead for Thursday and Friday. A steep cool down this weekend, then warmer again next week. In Yakima, thunderstorms possible on Friday night, but mostly dry and much cooler by Saturday, heating up again into next week. For Ellensburg, strong winds start Friday night, but peak on Saturday, thus the first alert weather day. Still windy for Sunday, but finally calmer by Monday. For Hermiston, sunny and warming up today and tomorrow, then a big-time cool down this weekend with showers likely Saturday. Then for Walla Walla, fantastic weather over the next couple days. Rain likely Saturday as we turn much cooler, but back into the 70s and 80s for next week.
Thanks, Josh. 6:20 still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, in the world of entertainment, Martin Scorsese is producing a new documentary featuring the late Pope Francis. And we say goodbye to a Hollywood starlet. It's all coming up after the break.
Make-A-Wish Alaska and Washington is holding an Air Miles drive to help grant wishes to local children with critical illnesses. With nearly every wish now through August requiring air travel, your donation of airline miles today can launch countless journeys of joy and healing. Alaska Airlines will match a portion of the Alaska donations to jumpstart the campaign, and McCurley dealerships want to help get the word out to Eastern Washington. Turn miles into smiles by donating your unused air miles or points to Make-A-Wish Alaska and Washington today.
What makes NUU unique? The amazing customer service that we offer to our patients. They know that they're heard, that they're listened to, and we genuinely care about their well-being.
From the second I walked in that office, I felt seen, I felt heard, I didn't feel judged. It just was like, we're a team and we're gonna figure this out.
I had a rare form of breast cancer. Dr. Fedino has just been fantastic. She was really just on my side and helping me, and I'm so relieved and blessed that I went there.
I'm nowhere near diabetic, and I feel amazing. And I lost 55 pounds, and I've been able to keep it off.
She had saved my life because if she hadn't taken just that moment to ask me one extra question, I absolutely would have had an ugly cancer 6 months later.
Go to NUUWomen'sClinic.com to explore the countless ways that wellness meets beauty.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers? Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines. US Cellular, built for us.
Cinco de Mayo is coming up, and your Dust Devils are celebrating by playing as the Viñeros de Tri-City all weekend. Friday, May 2nd, Gutter Girl invites you to the ballpark for Influencer Night and a family feast. Select food and drinks for only $2.50 each. Saturday, May 3rd, Roto-Rooter invites you to cheer on the Viñeros and stick around for a fabulous post-game fireworks show. For tickets, head to the official site, DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
Wendy Redmond, Austin Reed, Stacy Lee weather. Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment headlines, filmmaker Martin Scorsese is producing a documentary featuring the late Pope Francis's last on-camera interview, and it's called Aldeus, A New Story.
Yeah, the film is about a cinema program called Aldeus that makes short films that speak to Pope Francis's passion for community building. It's being co-produced by the Aldeus Schoolless Films, which is part of Pope Francis' nonprofit organization that focuses on the youth of the world.
There is no release date scheduled yet for the film. Pope Francis died earlier this month at 88 years old.
And now to some sad news out of Hollywood. Actress Priscilla Pointer has died at the age of 100. And that's according to her daughter, the Oscar-nominated actress Amy Irving.
Irving wrote on Instagram that her mom died peacefully in her sleep, hopefully to run off with her 2 adoring husbands and her many dogs. Pointer's career spanned 6 decades.
She was best known for playing formidable mothers in the TV series Dallas and in the 1976 horror classic Carrie.
I've never seen the original Carrie, only the newer one.
With Chloe Grace Mortez, right?
I think so. Yes, yeah, she
Yeah.
did so good in that. That was a good one.
I don't really like scary.
Or snakes.
Or snakes.
Well, now we need to get you to watch that. We were trying to get him to watch Wicked, now you with scary movies, so.
Now
on
you
the
got
list.
one.
Yay, yay for me. All right, so much for ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, we are talking science. Science from across the country gathering to share their latest findings in areas that could transform everything from human health to national security.
Plus, some closures and delays are underway for parts of Yakima and Walla Walla this week. We'll tell you when and where to plan your detour before you head out the door.
Just like you, I'm working towards buying my first home.
I'm saving for my children's future.
Like you, I want financial tools that make my life easier.
At Hapo, we're more than employees. We're people just like you, and we understand what really matters.
Just like you,
We're planning for our future.
And I care about making a difference.
We are here to help you navigate life's milestones, big and small, because we're just like you. Join us at Hapo today.
Regain your quality of life with expert spine care at Prosser Memorial Health. Neurological spine surgeon Dr. David Yam, with over 20 years of experience, specializes in comprehensive spine care, minimally invasive surgery, and disc replacement. Dr. Yam is now seeing patients at our new Spine Center locations in Prosser and Walla Walla. Call 509-786-5599 today to schedule your appointment. New, returning, and second opinion patients welcome. The new Spine Center at Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox. Get Mother's Day ready for less. Save $7 on 10-inch hanging baskets, now just $19.99. Plus stop in Saturday for our annual planting day. Stock up and save on essentials. Coke 12 packs or buy 2 get 1. 70 ounces of Dawn dish soap is just $7.99. And Bi-Mart Owner's Choice 30-roll bath tissue or 12-roll paper towels are just $19.99. Save now at Bi-Mart since 1955.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Double your runtime. Get a free extra battery with select Steel tools. Shop in-store and online.
Discover Curve Appeal in Kennewick, your personalized med spa. Experience our one-on-one services and treatments designed to make you look and feel your best. From laser hair removal or electrolysis to Botox or body contouring and laser treatments, we tailor our services to your unique needs. Our medical professionals ensure you leave feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. Ready to look and feel your best? Visit CurveAppealTC.com to schedule your consultation.
If I could choose, I would stay with you. Always.
Tonight,
we celebrate the life of Captain Robert Wade Nash.
When a hero falls,
nobody blames you.
I blame him. He gave his life so I could live. I'm just not sure what I'm supposed to do with that.
Can his world move on?
He's not supposed to be dead. He just left. He left me.
An emotional, all-new 911 tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Hell's Canyon and the Snake River. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Thursday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, jackpot is on the up and up. You're trying to make it to $500, aren't you?
I thought you were going to go with like jackpot with Josh, but
jackpot with Josh,
yes.
Cash with Colbert, 3-degree guarantee.
3-degree guarantee. Yeah, the jackpot is now up to $350. And thanks again to our friends at the Legends Casino and Hotel. Yesterday, I went with the forecast high of 73 in Pasco Tri-Cities, and it verified at 72, so the jackpot went up to $350. So for today, I'm going with the Toastier 81 in Pasco Tri-Cities. So if it verifies between 78 to 84, the jackpot's going to go up to $375. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page, or you could scan the QR code that's on your screen. Okay, Saturday, just really want to reiterate this point, can't reiterate it enough. Saturday, first alert weather day, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. in the Kittitas Valley. Peak wind gusts could be between 55 to 60 miles per hour. So we'll certainly talk about that a lot more later in the show. But for right now, you're taking a live, beautiful look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bi-Mart. It's going to be another sunny and beautiful day out there. Now for this morning, it is a little brisk, 30s and 40s for lower elevations, 30s up in the Cascades, 20s, 30s, and 40s up in the Blues. So it could be a little bit frosty up that way. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities. We're going to be up around 70 degrees come time for lunchtime, and then flirting with 80, if not surpassing 80. So for today, again, it's going to be sunny. We'll have highs that'll be about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal for the first day of May. And I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of this beautiful start to the new month. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Starting off your half hour with an update on a case that we first brought to you last week, and this regarding the human remains that were found on Cowiche Mill Road in Selah.
Yeah, the police now confirming that those remains are of a missing 4-year-old little boy, Alaric A.J. Funderburg. The child's father, Preston Funderburg, was previously arrested on April 17th for misdemeanor charges in connection with the investigation.
As of right now, the investigation is still ongoing, but we'll update you as soon as we know more.
And taking you to Oregon now, where House Republicans have announced their proposal to fund the state's transportation system, less than a month after state Democrats released their framework for the transportation department.
The Democrats' framework outlines a 20-cent per gallon incremental increase to the statewide gas tax, which currently stands at 30 cents per gallon. The tax would rise by 8 cents in 2026, followed by 4-cent increases in 2028, 2030, and 2032. Additionally, vehicle registration fees would increase by $66, while title fees would rise by $90. Republicans said they want to eliminate the statewide transportation fund, and they say that would save ODOT $307 million per biennium. They also say the payroll tax alone costs Oregonians $110 million per year.
We've created this proposal because for years ODOT has funded ideas instead of infrastructure. This plan identifies several areas in ODOT's budget that do not reflect its core mission of providing safe and reliable roads and bridges.
We are committed to delivering functioning roads across our state without asking Oregonians to pay more.
Republicans also want to reduce the unfilled vacancy rate by 90%. A comprehensive transportation package is a legislative priority for lawmakers on both sides. ODOT and other transportation agencies have warned of service cuts and a rapid decline in the safety, quality, and reliability of the transportation system if more funding is not allocated.
Taking a look at what's ahead today now, Yakima drivers, listen to this. Traffic on a portion of 48th Avenue will be impacted this week and next week. Crews will be filling cracks and repairing parts of the road between Nob Hill and Chestnut Avenue. Work is set to begin today and again on Monday, May 5th from 6:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. So you can expect intermittent closures and delays.
Also a heads up for drivers in Walla Walla. Howard Street between Lincoln and Newell will be closed today from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. for some private utility work. The road will stay open for school drop-off, and pedestrians and residents will still have access to the area, but emergency vehicles won't be able to get through during that time. So drivers should plan ahead and use alternate routes.
Talking science now, new research is pushing the boundaries of what we know about biology, moving beyond just DNA to explore many other factors that shape how living organisms function. The Predictive Phenomics Conference hosted by PNNL is on day 3 today. Scientists from across the country are gathering to share their latest findings in areas that could transform everything from human health to national security. And one scientist says finding the right medicine is a key factor.
We want to be able to monitor the environment and surveil what might be out there in terms of pathogens that may threaten our human health and our economy. And so having the ability to do these things ourselves in the United States is very important.
Waters says the research being shared benefits multiple areas, including the mission of the Department of Energy, as well as the National Institute of Health.
Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, an investigation is underway after 3 abandoned dogs with swollen muzzles were found on the west side of the state. Why authorities believe this could be the case of animal cruelty, and how a local shelter has stepped up to help them recover. And giving you that live look outside this morning from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. It is 6:34, and when we come back, we'll check in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Wendy Redmond, Austin Reed, Stacy Lee weather. Apple Valley News Now on your side.
Wake up, people! Rotten sleep means rotten moods, rotten backs, rotten health. Rotten breath goes without saying, but you're in luck. During the Super 7-Day sale at Denver Mattress, find great deals store-wide, like the Summit Queen, now only $299.99. Check out the Doctor's Choice Original lineup and save $100. Any size, any model. Plus, get 48 months no interest and free shipping. Kick that rotten sleep to the curb. Only at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
With STIHL Battery. Power up with free extra battery deals on select STIHL tools. Shop in-store and online.
Right now, save big at Meredith Furniture. Buy one recliner and get the second one free. With recliners on sale as low as $5.99 and the second one free. Choose from many different styles and colors. Come into the store for more details. Prices like this won't last forever. Relax in comfort with not just one, but two recliners. That's right. You don't want to miss this buy one, get one free event at Meredith Furniture while supplies last. Meredith Furniture on South First in Washington, right next to Hobby Lobby.
Lifetime Dental is committed to providing the best dental care in the Tri-Cities by treating patients like family, as well as providing a healthy work-life balance for the team. Hear what their doctors have to say.
I think developing that relationship with a patient is where you get the trust. And then with the trust is when you can really kind of build on these treatment plans and provide the best care for them so that the outcome is most predictable and that they're the most satisfied. I think my passion kind of more stems from the problem-solving aspect of dentistry. So I really like getting complex patients that need a lot of different needs and kind of figuring out a plan that incorporates like good dentistry to kind of solve their problems. I think I just get that emotional recharge from just kind of spending quality time with family. So my two girls and then my wife. So we try and get out of the house and get up in the mountains or go to the beach and just kind of do quality things together. And that's kind of where I get my most recharge from, for sure.
Lifetime Dental Care, located at Queensgate, voted best dentist in the Tri-Cities 9 times.
This is my heaven.
A flight over one of America's great rivers.
Snake River has a lot to offer.
And into Hell's Canyon.
It's a half a mile deeper than the Grand Canyon.
Fly the Northwest.
It's just a gorgeous place to be.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next live from NCIS, Wilmer Valderrama.
You know, I had to grow a beard because I didn't want you guys to confuse us.
Plus, Chef Jamie Oliver.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Yesterday was a fantastic day to be outside. Today, maybe even more so just because we're going to be a little bit warmer. We'll have highs near 70, even up towards Snoqualmie Pass. We'll be in the mid-70s in the Kittitas Valley. Lots of sunshine, winds gusting out of the south and east upwards of 25 miles per hour. In the Yakima Valley, light winds, but still plenty of sunshine. Highs, well, you see from the graphic, 79s up and down the upper and lower valley. Then in the lower Columbia Basin will be around 80 degrees, light winds overall, also plenty of sunshine. And then for the Blue Foothills, looks like mid 70s for the Blue Foothills of Morrow County, but upper 70s for the Blue Foothills of Umatilla and Walla Walla counties, 60s and 70s for the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains. And winds here gusting out of the north and east around 25 miles per hour. All that to say, it's going to be another lovely spring day. Okay, now let's talk about the big picture, the seasonal rainfall deficits and surpluses we've been tracking since October 1st. A lot of green on this graphic, which means a lot of surpluses, about a 10 to 15% surplus in the Kittitas Valley, 20 to 25% in the Yakima Valley, around 45% surpluses in the lower Columbia Basin. But one of these things, not like the other, that would be the Blue Foothills, which have not had a very good rainfall season, unfortunately. But fortunately, there is some rain on the way, but also, unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's very much. Also, it'll be very windy for this weekend, which is why we're going with a first alert weather day. I'll tell you for who coming up in a few minutes.
6:39 and news out of Western Washington where 3 puppies were abandoned and they're now recovering from their injuries.
The puppies were found on the side of the road with swollen muzzles. Samantha Limbao has more from the animal shelter that's caring for them.
This sweet pup is now in the care of King County Animal Services after it was found stranded on the road.
Instantly noticed, intense swelling around the muzzle, which is not normal for our injured strays.
That was an immediate red flag to Sergeant Rebecca Smokoska with Regional Animal Services. As they were looking into it as a cruelty case, they got another call the next day.
We get a second call for a puppy that was brought to a vet clinic that had very similar symptoms, the swelling of the face, the pressure necrosis indentations on the fur. And then another person, a Good Samaritan, found a third puppy with the exact same indentations on its muzzle.
These 3 puppies, expected to be 4 to 5 month old coonhound mixes, were picked up in unincorporated Auburn on Monday and Tuesday. You can see that their muzzles are puffed up like a balloon. Well, that's because Sergeant Smokoska believes their mouths may have been bound shut with tape or a strap.
Unfortunately, these puppies are having quite a bit of pus coming out of their mouths. The vet looked at them and found it to be pressure necrosis, which is caused by pressure being applied for an extended period of time.
Besides the swelling, she says these puppies seem to be in good health, but she also says they're traumatized.
They expressed some pretty fearful behavior when they saw other dogs, which we thought was interesting.
What comes next? Finding the owner in the next 3 days. And if not, they'll be looking for a new loving home.
Whatever they went through, they are out of that environment now.
And the Regional Animal Services of King County is still trying to find the person who dumped the puppies.
Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. And Josh will be back with your full First Alert weather forecast. Keep it right here.
Don't forget, we give free second opinions on insurance company settlement offers and also what you've been told. Give us a call and we'll tell you what to bring in.
For answers on your case, start the new year by calling Allen Brecky Law Offices. They're waiting to help you.
Feeling overwhelmed? It's time to shed your worries, literally. At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got the perfect shed to clear the clutter, create space, and bring peace to your life. Man cave, playhouse, done. Want something custom? We'll build it just the way you want it. And we deliver for free. Spring is here. Shed the mess, shed the stress. See dealer for special pricing. Visit Columbia Basin Building and Sheds today, 3680 West Van Giesen in West Richland.
Who's Alex? Hey, pal. You know who's,
See you, Dad. Happy birthday, Alex. That's so sweet. You remembered.
It's all about connecting with seamless connectivity from Spectrum.
Hey, your homework done?
Yeah.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Welcome to the Flower Bar, where every bouquet tells your unique story. Our talented designers craft personalized masterpieces from the freshest seasonal blooms, ensuring no 2 arrangements are ever alike. Whether you're building your own creation or choosing from our designer collections, we'll bring your floral vision to life. Visit our new location in Richland and discover a truly bespoke flower experience. Start your floral journey at the Flower Bar on theparkway.com.
Hey everyone, I'm here at Howard Amon Park, where on May 31st, Apple Valley News Now welcomes the 36th annual Tri-Cities Great Strides. It's a community walk supporting the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and every step helps raise awareness for those living with this terrible disease. Make your Saturday meaningful by joining me in support of this vital cause. Everyone is invited. Together we can make CF stand for Cure Found. Register today at cff.org. I'll see you there.
Don't forget we give free second opinions on insurance company settlement offers and also what you've been told. Give us a call and we'll tell you what to bring in.
For answers on your case, start the new year by calling Allen Brecky Law Offices. They're waiting to help you.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by the Manthei Group Cross Country Mortgage.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Again, we're going with a First Alert Weather Day in the Kittitas Valley on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Some of those peak wind gusts could be between 55 to 60 miles per hour, but the strong winds are really going to start on Friday night after 5 p.m. Some of those peak gusts could be around 50 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley, around 45 miles per hour in the Bluefoot Hills of Morrow County. But the main time frame, the main event is going to be on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Again, out of the north and west, around 60 miles per hour, the peak gust that is for the Kittitas Valley, and around 50 miles per hour also out of the north and west for the Bluefoot Hills of Morrow County. So if we did see down tree limbs, spotty power outages, difficult travel for high-profile vehicles, that's all going to be on the table, and it's all going to be associated with a storm system that could bring us some shower chances into Friday evening. So let's put this into motion with Futurecast radar. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock on Friday evening, that's when we could see some showers lining up in Kittitas or Yakima counties, and at some point these could start to congeal into thunderstorms, and we could have more of that as we head into Saturday. So here's some of the rainfall totals. We're thinking from 5 p.m. on Friday to 5 in the morning on Sunday, kind of a broad time frame. But models have trended drier and drier with the storm system over the past couple days. So we're thinking maybe upwards of 0.2 inches of rain up in the mountains, and that's it. And lower amounts in between the mountain ranges. So this is not going to be a very wet storm system at all. And oh, by the way, this is going to be our best shot of rain over the next 7 days, because after this, it looks pretty dry once again. High temperature is going to do a very funky dance over the next week. They'll be about 15 to 20 degrees above average for tomorrow, very summer-like, but then that cold front, you can see, is going to do a big-time number to our high temperatures. We'll be about 15 to 20 degrees cooler on Saturday, but Saturday and Sunday are going to be little aberrations as we'll start to warm things back up into next week. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Beautiful summer-like days ahead for Thursday and Friday. A steep cool down this weekend, then warming up again next week. In Yakima, thunderstorms possible on Friday night, but mostly dry and much cooler by Saturday, heating up again into next week. For Ellensburg, strong winds start Friday night, but peak on Saturday, thus the First Alert Weather Day. Still windy for Sunday, but finally calmer by Monday. In Hermiston, sunny and warming up today and tomorrow. Then a big-time cool down this weekend with showers likely Saturday. Then for Walla Walla, fantastic weather over the next couple days. Rain likely Saturday as we turn much cooler, but back into the 70s and 80s next week. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, NFL Hall of Famer John Elway's golf cart tragedy.
It was nothing like we've ever seen.
Authorities investigating a tragic golf cart accident involving Hall of Fame quarterback John Elway and his longtime friend and business partner Jeff Sperbeck, who died from his injuries. They were reportedly leaving a party after attending the Stagecoach Music Festival on Saturday with their spouses when Sperbeck fell from the golf cart and hit his head, according to TMZ. Back in the 90s, Sperbeck was Elway's agent, and the quarterback went on to win 2 Super Bowls in his 16 seasons with the Denver Broncos. In 2017, there were an estimated 18,000 golf cart injuries filling up emergency rooms across the country. And coming up here at 7 a.m., we have the very latest on John Elway and the investigation with your GMA First Look. I'm Kana Whitworth, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Asthma. Does it have you missing out on what you love with who you love? It's time to get back out there with Fasenra. Fasenra is an add-on treatment for eosinophilic asthma that is taken once every 8 weeks and can also be taken conveniently at home. Fasenra helps prevent asthma attacks. Most patients did not have an attack in the first year. Fasenra is proven to help you breathe better so you can get back to doing day-to-day activities. Fasenra is not for sudden breathing problems. Serious allergic reactions may occur. Get help for swelling of your face, mouth, tongue, or trouble breathing. Don't stop asthma treatments without talking with your doctor. Tell your doctor if your asthma worsens or you have a parasitic infection. Headache and sore throat may occur. Get back to better breathing. Get back to what you've missed. Ask your doctor about Fasenra, the only asthma treatment taken once every 8 weeks. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 6:49. It's time for your morning sprint. We're starting off with your national headlines. A bipartisan attempt to rebuke President Trump over his trade policy fell short in the Senate yesterday. The vote was 50-49, with Vice President J.D. Vance casting the tie-breaking vote. The resolution would have effectively blocked Trump's global tariffs by revoking the emergency order he used to enact them. The Senate Majority Leader took action to kill any effort to bring the resolution up for another vote. And a medical care program that many who risked their lives on September 11th use is in jeopardy. The program can no longer accept new patients because its director has yet to be reinstated. In April, the Trump administration cut 16 staffers from the World Trade Center Health Program. More than 150,000 people nationwide currently receive free treatment and monitoring through this program. And in March, about 800 new patients enrolled. Advocates hope those cuts can be reversed. A bipartisan bill in Congress would help fund the program, but the bill is stalled in Congress.
6:50 in your business headlines this morning. CEO of Tesla, Elon Musk, could be on the outs at the company, according to the Wall Street Journal. Tesla's board contacted multiple firms to begin a search process for a new CEO back in March. Now, the company chair, though, posting on Tesla's official X account that these reports are absolutely false. Musk himself also taking to social media saying that this is untrue. Now, Tesla's sales and profit took a big hit in this year's first quarter. It announced last week that earnings nosedived 71%. And the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs is phasing out its mortgage rescue program starting today. The VA will no longer accept new members to the Servicing Purchase Program. The program was established last year by the Biden administration. It was designed to help financially troubled vets with their loans from outside mortgage companies. VA said current enrollees will not be impacted, and eligible veterans who completed their enrollment before May 1st are also still in the program.
In your health headlines, from Doritos to Twinkies, Americans seem to be snacking less. Executives for snack brands like Hostess and Frito-Lay say they've noticed a drop in sales recently. And experts say this could be for a variety of reasons, including shoppers adopting a more healthy mindset. The increased use of GLP-1 medications could also mean that typical snack consumers are no longer buying treats loaded with sugar or salt. Another theory, people may have cut back on snacks due to higher grocery prices and concerns about tariffs. And the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services says it will require all new vaccines to be tested in placebo-controlled trials, and that's before they're licensed. Experts warn requiring these trials before clearing new versions would delay availability of updated shots by months, and this would affect COVID-19 boosters as those get updated every year. The HHS also says it's building new vaccine surveillance systems that would, quote, accurately measure vaccine risks as well as benefits. And 6:52 talking sports. Seattle Mariners with the win, beating the Los Angeles Angels last night at home. Final score 9-3. Up next for the Mariners, they head to Texas to take on the Rangers tomorrow. And at 6:52, here are your top 5 local things that you need to know this morning, starting in Richland, where a woman's now in custody after a 40-minute police standoff. Police say they received a call about a woman who had a weapon and was walking around that area. This is near Columbia Park Trail in Fowler. Richland police say she was carrying a gun when they arrived. They confronted her. She ran into the woods down by 240. Authorities believe she was experiencing some sort of mental health episode, and they were able to take her into custody without incident. And more on the battle of Franklin County Jail. Sheriff Jim Raymond now tells us a criminal complaint was filed against him by the current jail commander, Keelan Harmon. Harmon is accusing the sheriff of blocking him from coming to work and then grabbing him forcefully. But Sheriff Raymond says that's not true, and he also says he has contacted the prosecutor's office and asked for another sheriff to be brought in to oversee the investigation.
And an update on a case that we shared with you last week when human remains were found on Cowiche Mill Road in Selah. Selah police now confirming that those are the remains of a missing 4-year-old little boy, Alaric A.J. Funderburg. His father, Preston Funderburg, was previously arrested on April 17th for misdemeanor charges in connection with this investigation, and they're still trying to piece together exactly what happened.
And as wildfire season approaches, it's important to practice safety, so we have some tips for you. First, create a defensible space around your home. Clear away any dry vegetation and debris, as this can help slow down or even stop the spread of a wildfire. Also, regularly check your outdoor equipment to make sure they're in good working condition. Lastly, always check local burn bans before you start any outdoor fires.
And get ready to pedal through history. The Manhattan Project National Historical Park is teaming up with Bike Tri-Cities and the Reach Museum for a Ride with a Ranger event this Saturday. It's a free event. It's a 17-mile round-trip bike ride from Leslie Groves Park to the Reach Museum with a ranger-led presentation and hands-on activities along the way. Registration is required and it closes tomorrow at 6, but it is all free thanks to Bike Tri-Cities Museum. 6:55 trending this morning. Just in case you weren't spending enough money, now robots can do it for you.
What? So Visa is announcing just yesterday that it's enabling artificial intelligence to find and buy products for its customers. MasterCard made a similar announcement on Tuesday.
This just makes me want to throw up, guys. Consumers can still set guardrails and preferences, but both credit card companies say their AI can select items and make online purchases by themselves.
But wait, that's not all, my friends. Amazon is also testing its own AI shopping agent. May we humbly suggest only letting AI shop for you at retailers with generous return policies?
I think I speak for all of us when we say we don't need help with the online shopping.
No.
We do enough of it as it is. Yeah. No.
No.
Yeah, and we enjoy it. It's fun. It's a stress relief. So, why would I want a robot to do it for me?
Exactly.
Or anything for that matter.
I just kind of feel like
He's
the
sick to
overall
his stomach, this poor guy.
The overall sentiment with AI, people say kind of in whispers, I'm not sure if this is such a good thing for society, but we keep leaning into it. Now, heck, let's just let the thing shop for us now.
Oh, yeah. No. It's a no for us.
We're not going to let it do the weather. You're going to do that.
We'll see. Can't get this charisma, right? So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at temperatures this morning. 30s and 40s for lower elevations. 30s up in the Cascades. 20s, 30s, and 40s up in the Blues. So it could be a little bit frosty up that way. If you want to grab a heavier jacket this morning, but it's going to be T-shirt, dare I say, shorts and flip-flop kind of weather a little bit later today, with 70s and 80s for lower elevations. We'll be about 10 degrees warmer than normal for the first day of May. So definitely summer-like for today, feeling even more summer-like for tomorrow, but then those temperatures start to feel more spring-like into Friday and Saturday as we have a storm system. That's going to do a couple different things to our weather. First of all, it'll bring us shower and thunderstorm chances for late Friday into Saturday. Also, the winds going to be a factor again, the fourth weekend in a row in the Kittitas Valley as we're going with the first alert weather day, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Some of those peak gusts could be between 55 to 60 miles per hour. I'd love to see AI do that.
Couldn't do it if they tried.
No. Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website. That's applevalley.newsnow.com.
And Good Morning America is up next, and we'll of course be back tonight with your local news and weather at 5.
Have a great day.